Hello Mina, hello Jack. Hello everybody else who's watching. Welcome to Storytime with Grandad. Today's story is Grandpa Mudcake and the Angry Chihuahua. Here's Grandpa Mudcake. He's feeling rather sleepy this morning. Time for a nice snooze, he thinks to himself. Just as he closes his eyes, the doorbell rings. Who's that? Grumbles Grandpa as he gets up to answer the door. It's Sheena from next door. Mr. Mudcake, she gasps. It's an emergency. I need to dash off to the head. Can you look after my pets while I'm out? She asks. Before Grandpa is able to answer, Sheena hands him a bag and runs off down the street. I'll be back at 2 o'clock, she shouts. Inside the bag is Sheena's front door key, a dog lead, a jar of crispy spiders, and a piece of paper. On the paper, Sheena has written some jobs for Grandpa to do. Sheena has 3 pets: Derek the cat, Cuthbert the chameleon, and Tony the chihuahua. A chihuahua, in case you don't know, is a very small dog. Grandpa doesn't want to look after Sheena's pets. He looks at his watch. It's 10 o'clock. I suppose I better take Tony for a walk, he sighs. He heads round to Sheena's house with the bag. As he opens Sheena's front door, a tiny dog leaps out at him, barking loudly. It's Tony the Chihuahua. Tony starts biting angrily at Grandpa's trousers. Grandpa pushes past Tony and goes into Sheena's living room. There, sitting at the back of a chair, is Derek the cat. And climbing along Derek's back is Cuthbert the chameleon. A chameleon, in case you don't know, is a type of lizard which can change its colour. Grandpa has never seen a chameleon before. He stares at Cuthbert for about 10 minutes. Meanwhile, Tony is still growling loudly and biting angrily at Grandpa's trousers. You want to go for a walk? Grandpa asks Tony. Tony leaps into the air with joy. Grandpa fetches the dog lead and together they head for the park. At the park, Grandpa lets Tony off his lead. A lady called Susie is out walking her dog, Stephen. Tony gets hold of Stephen's lead and starts pulling it very hard. You need to control your doggy, Susie says, angrily to Grandpa. Grandpa is too tired to explain to her that Tony is not his dog. Suddenly, Tony dashes into a large bush. Tony! Grandpa shouts at the bush. He waits and waits, but Tony refuses to come out. Tony is chasing squirrels and he doesn't want to come out. Grandpa tries to climb into the bush, but it's too prickly. He looks at his watch. It's nearly 2 o'clock. Grandpa was meant to feed Derek at 11 o'clock. He rushes back to Sheena's house without Tony. Back at Sheena's house, there is no sign of either Cuthbert or Derek. Grandpa desperately searches the house. Now all of Sheena's pets are missing, he despairs. Just as Grandpa sits down for a rest, Derek strolls into the room, licking his lips. Oh dear, panics Grandpa. Perhaps Derek was so hungry he's eaten Cuthbert. He gives Derek some food, but Derek's not interested. Grandpa starts searching again for Cuthbert, but is interrupted by the doorbell ringing. It's Susie. I found your doggy, she exclaims. It's lucky his address is on his collar, she says. Tony is covered in thick mud. What a mess, sighs Grandpa. He needs a bath. Goodbye, naughty doggy, says Susie firmly to Tony as she leaves. Grandpa finds a bucket and fills it with soapy water. Tony kicks and barks as Grandpa lowers him into the bucket. Soon all the mud is washed off. After his bath, Tony starts attacking Grandpa's trousers again, which are now full of holes. Just as Grandpa yells, "Get off!" very loudly, he hears someone opening the front door. "I'm home, Mr. Mudcake," calls Sheena. Tony leaps into Sheena's arms. "Do you like my new hairdo?" she asks Grandpa. "Very nice," he mumbles. "Is everything okay?" asks Sheena. "Can't find Cuthbert," Grandpa replies nervously. "Oh, he'll have changed colour. A bit like me and my new hair," she laughs loudly. "Look, over there," Sheena suddenly shouts. There, hidden on a chair, is a very orange Cuthbert. "You'll be needing these," says a relieved Grandpa, and he opens the jar of crispy spiders. Cuthbert gobbles up the spiders with his long tongue. "Tony's not had his tummy tickles," says Grandpa. "Don't worry," says Sheena. "Here, I've bought you a present," she giggles. Sheena hands Grandpa a large parcel. "Thank you," mumbles Grandpa as he leaves. Back at home, Grandpa collapses into his armchair. "Snooze time at last," he yawns. First, he decides to open Sheena's parcel. Inside the parcel is a large, cuddly toy Chihuahua. "This you don't bite," chuckles Grandpa. Soon Grandpa is fast asleep, snoring loudly, and dreaming about his very exhausting day. The end. Goodbye, Mila. Goodbye, Jack. See you soon. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.